All right, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks since I've posted, and as I alluded to, I believe on the video previous to this one, that I would be a little tardy in my monthly summary for the month of April because I was going to be on vacation. So my loss all the way around. Spent money on vacation and I wasn't personally able to do a lot of these trades. And of course, if you think your life is any worse than my life, I don't want to complain. But the best month we've had in a long time, and here I am riding the fucking pine for the most of the case because I was away on vacation. And there are some things I do on vacation with my portfolio just so I don't have to monitor it as frequently as I otherwise would. Long story short, wouldn't be worth going on vacation if all I did is sit in front of a computer. But I did not leave my Patreon members hanging, so what they ended up doing was about as good as could be. So without further ado, here is the month of April. So just let me take a quick peek. For the month of March, we were roughly minus 1%, which gave us plus 18% year to date, and that was to the end of March. Get that out of here. Let's take a look from the 1st of April to the 30th of April. You see the big winners here on the scorecard were an ES long and a NASDAQ long. This ES short was a bit of a leftover, and it finally closed in the month of April. So this was the month of April portion. Actually, you know what? I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I will. We also had a Bitcoin long, and it ended up stopping out roughly around break even. You had a little profit with it, at the least. I'm sure a lot of people, based on what I had suggested, probably took some profits out of it, but it doesn't matter individually. It's what the algo has said. So let's call this Bitcoin for the month of April a wash. So the two biggies, ES long, NASDAQ long, all in the month of April, we were plus 33.8%. So we're going to round that to 34, which brings our annual return down to or up to 52%. And I'm going to round that down a little bit, just kind of keep things kind of even with my rounding. I don't want anyone to get all in a snit because I'm a 0.5% out here and there, and it catches up with us every 3 or 4 months. So yes, probably one of the best months we've had that I can think of in a long time, plus 33.78% by the books for the month, and plus 52.6, I'm going to round that thing, for the year to date. And you know what? I'm going to sum up here. And the reason why is I've got a lot of work to do, and I was just informed, it actually tells you how little I pay attention to Mike Norman. I was just informed today by a viewer that said I should probably put in one of these, quote, wellness checks. I've done a recent video on Two Tick Nick on a wellness check, and that boy needs another one as well. But it was suggested I take a look at Mike Norman, Mike Doggy, because he hasn't been seen in a month, and I didn't even realize it till he had mentioned it. So yeah, that I guess really does tell you how little I do pay attention to these guys. But you know, when I think of them, I get on there, I get up to date and beat on them like they deserved. So yeah, Mikey seems to have gone radio silent. Some people are worrying that he is no more. I wouldn't worry just yet that he's shuffled off. Like I've always said, Mike is mentally unstable. Now, I don't know why he's back in New York City, but the guy is mentally unstable, and he's hot and cold, hot and cold. I'm going to quit friggin' YouTube. And a recent video that he did of his, you know, prior to the last one before this month hiatus, he was just saying how he was reinvigorated, that he didn't care about subs, and he didn't want, you know, subscribers to his YouTube channel, and nephew, and the whole freaking pile of vitriol that, you know, I love hearing coming out of Mike. And he says he's not going to quit because he's not a quitter. He's going to keep posting. And then he flips the switch, and he, as of yet, has stopped posting for a month. Listen, that's normal for Mike Norman, guys. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't believe just how mentally unstable this clown is. He truly is. This is completely normal. I wouldn't worry just yet. There's many ways you can tell if a guy is shuffled off. And yeah, who knows? But I wouldn't worry just yet. To this point, even after a month hiatus, this is just standard Mike Norman shit. So we'll talk about that in a future video, but thanks for keeping me up to date, because I genuinely don't pay attention to any of these clowns for lengthy periods of time. And then you'll see me get on them for about a week. So yeah, what am I doing talking about that bullshit when we've got real stuff? Guys, I said at the end of 2025, those of you that are not my Patreon subscribers, 2025, 66% real is what I personally made. And that's what I quoted. The algo made way more. Guys, halfway through the year now, well, not quite halfway, 52%. And that's the algo. 33.78% this month. So yes, things are a little spotty at times. You make no money, you get all pissed off, and you make more money and you know what to do with. You friggin' drowned in it. That's what happened this month. So that's why you always got to stick with it, because you never know. So who knows what subscribers are up? I always say throw a half down there and maybe shave some off. So guys, you're doubling the market at this point. I said at the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, for people that were not my Patreon members, that you were going to miss it. And you friggin' did it again. What's it going to take? Because there is no one you're following that is this clear with an actual portfolio, showing you the trades, giving you the trades, and making this kind of money. It's just not out there. You're not getting access to that person or that company. You just aren't. You are with me. It's right here. If I wasn't so damn lazy, I'd pull up my Patreon page, but the link will be down in the description. I'll see you there.